Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video today here on Codename Pizza. And today we're going to be discussing Call of Duty Zombies leaked footage. Yeah, today we're going to go over the entire history of leaked footage of zombies before they have released specific games, specific maps. Talk about how that even is possible. We can talk about all the details, all the pre-alpha stuff, all the really cool behind the scenes things that we can now look at today, and also have a conversation of the detrimental impact that it has for the game itself. But if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you are brand new, and let's freaking jump into it, man. So considering we're now basically in August of 2024, we are only 2 months away from the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You know, at this point in time, it's pretty normal for us to have some details leak, and I think we have had bits and bobs here and there. But luckily, up until this point, we have not had any gameplay, which is freaking amazing. That is already better than the previous Treyarch title, Call of Duty Cold War, because by this point, we already had actual screenshots of the actual map in actual alpha form. And of course, I'm referring to Call of Duty Cold War's 2020 map, D Machine. I don't know about you guys, but I actually really like D Machine. I mean, my love for the map does help that I got first in the world on the Easter egg, but it was actually kind of nice to see Nakdur and Toten again, I guess, considering every time we've seen it, it's not been that exciting. And I guess we've now seen it like 8 times in Zombies or something like that, but still, I enjoyed D Machine. And we got really early alpha footage. We had 2 main images leak very early on, where we got to see the spawn room and we got to see just near the jug area near the aeroplane. And I remember the community going absolutely mental about this, mainly because I think the community was slightly disappointed about how it was being appeared at that point in time on the alpha state of the game. And I think it all just comes down to the HUD. The HUD in Zombies seems to be the make or break thing for the entire community, when realistically it should be based on the gameplay, but I get you. The Black Ops 3 HUD was pretty much perfect. Black Ops 2 was genius. And since then, we've kind of had different iterations, which is a bit weird or great or a mixture of both. But the problem on the leaked footage of Call of Duty Cold War with D Machine was the fact that it looked very similar to a multiplayer HUD. And especially because on Cold War, we of course got the actual mini-map on our HUD as well. I think it just threw way too many people off and made way too many people angry. And of course, not too long after those leaked images, we actually got full gameplay release as well, at least a few seconds of gameplay, which kind of confirmed this to be real, which once again made the people that were being really critical about the game even more critical about the game. You know, the funny thing is that this wasn't the first time that we got early gameplay footage of a specific map on Call of Duty Cold War. I feel like this happened for every single map on the game, weirdly, but the one that I remember the most was Mauer de Totem for DLC 2. Mauer de Totem, by the way, what a great map. By far, clear best map on Call of Duty Cold War. I think the boss fight's brilliant. I think the wonder weapon's great. Cerberus wonder weapon might actually make my top 10 wonder weapons of all time, especially with the fact that it has all the different amazing variants. Obviously, everyone knows that the base variant's best though. But still, the weird thing about this leaked footage is that anyone could get it, realistically. During that DLC season, the game would update like a few days to a week before a new DLC would drop. And unfortunately, that update had all the information for the map to run on your console, but basically Treyarch placed a lock so you can't actually see it or use it. But some incredible people in the community, obviously they're geniuses, and yeah, they managed to get into it and play the map early. The mental thing is, because they are geniuses, there was only a small amount of people that could do this. They could literally invite anyone to that map as well. So anyone could play any DLC map from Call of Duty Cold War a few days early. Just actually bananas to think about that. I'm really hoping they change whatever they did with that update system with Cold War for Black Ops 6 and we won't see this ever happen again, because my goodness, that would ruin the hype, right? You know, I think it's fair to say that a lot of this leaked images and leaked footage and stuff does come from playtesters that get to play the game early and then go rogue. Never understood why they go rogue, but yeah, it does make the game a little bit more annoying for us, doesn't it? Anyway, we're gonna move on from Cold War right now, and we're gonna talk about potentially one of the biggest Call of Duty Zombies gameplay leaks that we've ever had. And this takes us all the way back to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Obviously, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was probably gonna have a lot of leaks, considering it was supposed to be one of the biggest zombies games and experiences ever. The community was absolutely hyped, especially of how massive Black Ops 3 Zombies was. So I can understand the attraction from a playtester going slightly rogue and wanting to share stuff, I guess, to maybe get a little bit more popular. But this leaked footage was mental. We basically got a full 15 minutes of gameplay in pre-alpha state of Blood of the Dead, like literally nearly a year before the map even came out, and obviously months before the map was even announced. This took Call of Duty Zombie leaks to completely the next level, man. Like, basically someone going so rogue, they released the entire map early. The problem was the gameplay wasn't exactly HD. If anything, it looks like he's recorded it on a potato. But it at least gave elements of the map away, which spoiled the map for a lot of people. The guy that did this also went on to leak all of like the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 zombie menus, which obviously had all the elixirs in, had all of the specialist weapons. So once again, ruining the game and ruining the experience on launch for a lot of people inside of the community. This is why personally I don't like to look at leaks, and I try not to look at leaks at all. And actually a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about today is the first time I'm actually researching this and looking at this kind of stuff, because I try and stay away from it as much as possible so I'm not disappointed on launch. The sad thing about these playtesters as well, there was a few of them that actually fully ruined Black Ops 4, or at least the Easter egg side of Black Ops 4. You know, an Easter egg is always brilliant when the hunt goes on for like a week or 2 weeks. It's kind of what we dream of as a community, to have these really long Easter egg hunts, or at least I do. Obviously, I'm a content creator. I want the views, right? But apart from that, it's just fun. It's in my blood that I want to do this for like a week. But of course, playtesters being playtesters, sometimes they leak stuff, and they of course leaked all the steps for most of the Easter eggs inside of the game, as well as a lot of side Easter eggs. Very, very annoying, and kind of made Black Ops 4 even more of a flop than it was already being perceived as because of the blue screens on launch. Obviously, I think the most common leaked footage we'll ever have in zombies is the likes of like Kino to Toten or Transit or Shadows of Evil, just from early copies. I know the story behind Kino to Toten being early was literally just normal early copies. The story behind Black Ops 2 was mental. I don't know if he'll get in trouble by this, but I do have a specific friend inside of the zombies community, and I doubt he can get in trouble at this point. It was freaking in 2012. But he told me that he actually managed to play Transit like 2 months early because of a J-tagged Xbox 360, which is wild. Modded Xbox 360s could play Transit that early. That's crazy. And that's where a few of the leaked footages came from. Once again, not from the person I'm referring to right there, not my friend, but just from the random people that had J-tagged Xbox 360s. And then with Shadows of Evil on Black Ops 3, the game released like 2-3 weeks early in Dubai for some reason. There was a shipment of games in Dubai, and then anyone could buy the game like 3 weeks early and get it shipped over from Dubai and have it in the UK or the USA or whatever and play Shadows of Evil super, super early. And obviously by that point on launch, the Easter eggs have basically been done anyway, which once again ruins the game. And then I think the final thing that we can discuss with leaks is events. You know, events where YouTubers or streamers get to go and play, or like people from the NBA. I think actually a basketball player might have leaked some information once. You know, a lot of these people that go to these events, including myself, we have to sign NDAs and everything has to be completely above board. And you've got to respect that. If you want to keep on going to these events, you've got to respect it. You can't just leak a load of stuff or leak a load of information. And there are a few people that don't go to these events anymore because they have leaked stuff. I remember going to a Black Ops 4 event where there was someone live messaging someone sat 2 doors down from me on the units that we're playing on, literally explaining how to open Pack-a-Punch, how to do this or that on the map. That person did get found out, and I actually don't think they've been to an event since, but it just shows how easy it is to actually leak stuff inside of zombies. Luckily, at this point of me recording, we have not seen any leaks of Black Ops 6 Zombies, which is absolutely fantastic. We've already gone past the threshold of where I expected to at least see some kind of weird alpha picture on the internet floating around, which is freaking amazing. And hopefully it remains like that as well. I do not want to see any leaks of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 early before I get my own grubby little mitts on a controller and get to actually play myself. I want to have the full shock factor of being able to play that game myself before I actually get to see via leaks. But there you go. I just wanted to go over the brief history of Call of Duty Zombie leaks, and it was a video that I was kind of interested in just researching, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Let me know your personal stories about Call of Duty leaks. If there's any that you've personally seen in the past that have altered your view on the game that's coming out, or if you have been a weirdly lucky person that's been able to play test a map, play a map early, or even have one of these early copies of the games, let me know inside of the comment section right now. Once again, if you do want to keep up to date with all Black Ops 6 information, make sure you absolutely smash that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new to become the latest member of the Pizza Club, and I'll see you guys in the next video or the next live stream. Thank you very much for watching, and peace out.